Here we go. All right. All right. You know what? We gonna start all this. We gonna start all of it over, and we're gonna do it the right way. So hold on right quick, y'all. Here we go. All right. Here we go. All right. You ready? You ready, Jay? Jay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it.
I'm jumping off, is this a needed suicide? I hope my parachute don't let me down. I hope I get to fly. I don't know why I feel like I gotta die to be alive. I don't know why it feel like people are standing still with no desire. I'm on a wire, wobbling back and forth, the balance clown. I won't be happy if I'm not moving forward, then send me down. My vibration for eternity will continue to come around. So I gotta do this right, I gotta live, I gotta.
That's why we got to do all this stuff in post. That's my fault, y'all. Technical difficulties on my end. So let's start this bad boy over, shall we? Welcome to the Lockoutmen podcast show, where we park and politic with all our guests. I am your humble host, Lockoutmen, and this is the MTC edition of the Lockoutmen podcast show. Yes, sir. I reached out to my man, Mr. John Roberson. You know what I'm saying? He got his own little trucking company, and I was like, hey, he's looking for drivers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could do a MTC with him, and here we are. Here we are. I would like to welcome to the show again, Mr. John Roberson of, what's the name of the transportation company again?
Elmway.
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 Elmway. Elmway.
Elm. Like Elm Street. Like Elm Street.
I'm saying M. E-L-M. M Street.
Yeah.
Elmway. Elmway Transportation and Logistics. I know we'll get it right some kind of way, my brother. Brother, man, first thing first, I'd like to thank you for coming on to the show, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Now let's see what this is now. You see a minority owned business that started back in 2018, but you yourself got 20 years of experience out here. Give us a little bit of background about yourself, bro.
Well, background about me, I got into the trucking industry by accident. Actually, when I got into it, I was my uncle, who I named the company after. His name was Elmer. And he actually said, you need a backup plan. So he taught me a long time ago how to drive the truck. And I got my CDLs back in 97, 96, something like that. And like I said, I fell into the industry by mistake. I'm an engineer by trade. That's what I went to school for. I got an engineering degree, and I was an engineer for 12 years. I actually had my own engineering company before I had a trucking company.
Okay.
And I drove for various companies and stuff just to kind of see things and all. I fell back onto it. I fell into it through a friend of mine. He got me into it, and I just got hooked ever since then. I enjoyed it. You have your highs and you have your lows. A lot of money is to be made, but when you don't know the business, you lose a lot of money as well. So
a lot of
stuff people don't understand. I think they just feel like I got this license and I'm going to make all this money, not understanding the business.
A lot of trial and error, pretty much.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no blueprint to it because everybody wants to do things their own way, but you have to find what's comfortable for you and what's your goals, and you go from there. Everybody can give you advice, but you're going to be your own driver, so to say. You know, you're going to drive your own company, you're going to drive your own truck or whatever. It's up to you. It's, you know, you have to put in the work.
All right. So 20. Let's go back. You know, you came in it at you'd say 98, 8-ish, 2000-ish. So going into the millennial. Yeah. So did you have to go? Of course, I don't believe that you was grandfathered in. So did you go to school or did you go to a company to obtain your?
My uncle taught me and took me to DMV.
Oh, okay. So no out of pocket or nothing like that. That's what's up. So how long your uncle had you on the truck to, you know, so that you could grasp everything?
I probably was on it for about a good 3 months. You know, you get up there. I mean, he's been driving for years. He drove back in the 80s and 70s. So when I was a little boy, I said, always being him with wanting to get in the truck with him. And also, you know, I learned how to drive the actual trucks probably when I was about 12.
Okay.
But, you know, you can't get in, you know, you can't go nowhere with that.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I got a little older, he was like, you know, it's just good to keep a skill. Always good to keep a plan B, plan C or whatever. You know, you go to college, you know, I went to college and all, and I got my degree and everything. This is what pays the bills now. This is what I fell back on. And this is the only thing that's really been here for me. So, and it's getting better, but it's also getting worse at the same time. So
now I'm reading your bio, man, and out of the total 20 years that you've been doing this, you only work for 2 companies, man. Come on now. Mm-hmm. Come on now. Tell me how a person of your stature able to hold down just 2 jobs in 20 years while we got new guys coming in here that's been through at least 10 or 5 or 10 within the first year.
Because they're in it for the wrong reasons. Everybody, you know, you gotta, like I said, you gotta learn your craft and you gotta have some type of conviction of what you want to do. You know, you're going to have some companies now because you don't have the companies where I came up in. You don't have those companies who treated you like family. You don't, you know, gave you real support. You know, if you needed anything, it was there. You know, if you suggested anything that would make things easier and make you more efficient, you know, that's you don't get a lot of that now. It's just bodies in seats.
In the seats, yep. Exactly.
And that's the type of work you're going to get. When that's what you put out, that's what you're going to get. So I'm going to go somewhere. I'm probably stay here a month or 2 or whatever, you know, half the time people don't even stay long enough to get a W-2.
Man. All right.
And it's diluted the industry to a point where the smaller companies like myself who are looking for quality drivers. We can find drivers now, but there's a difference between a qualified driver and a driver.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. So you went to college all while you was still driving the truck?
No, no. I came out of college in 94.
All right. So so this is later down the line. Okay.
Yeah, this later down the line. Yeah, after working and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So other than your you know, your family, other than your uncle, what else did you seek a job in trucking, even though that you had your that you had?
Like I said, I fell into it.
Oh, okay.
I fell into it through a friend. I wasn't seeking it. It found me.
Oh, okay. So trucking didn't, you didn't find trucking. Trucking found you.
Trucking found me. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. All right. So since trucking found you and you only rocked out with 2 different companies, what between the 2 companies, what you was looking for when you transitioned into your second company?
Well, it was more of trying to, like I said, really learn the business for myself. After a while, you get tired of working for somebody else when you realize you're making people more money and, you know, you're making it for somebody else and you're not making it for yourself. And it's something that you can do for yourself. My second job was more of an opportunity. Driver found me. We were talking at a truck stop, and they had an opportunity where they actually taught you the business. They actually took me out of the truck, brought me into dispatching, brokering, fleet management, safety. I learned all that from the second company. And so it's like now I'm becoming a little well-rounded. I can do this myself. I'm making this man all this money and giving him all my energy, and all I get out of it is a paycheck and some medical insurance. I can do this for myself and create security.
Okay. So let's jump into that. Let's jump into your company. Hold on, right quick. Let me bring it up right quick. So of course, this is the Facebook the Facebook page for your company. But bro, explain this right here, because like I said, when we come out to look and we research you, we see this right here, and it says permanently closed, bro. So what's the backstory?
We had a house fire. Had a house fire back in December, and because I was working from my home, the trucks were parked in front of my house. But we had a house fire in December, so I'm in a new place, and I actually had to move the trucks because they condemned the house. So when we moved the company, I don't know why they put that permanently closed there. If you have to, you can look in the Stafer website. We are a current active authority, and like I said, we no accidents. Have no craziness going on, but that's a Google thing. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay Google some money.
All right. So back in the day, you started Elmway in 2018, right? So we're like what, 2, 4? So we're like 5 years old at this point.
Yeah. Well, we're about 3 years old.
About three years old. I'm sorry, my math. Yeah, my math is way off. My bad.
That's
My math is way off, my brother. I'm not trying to make you older than what you are, man.
No, but actually, when I started it, I was actually still working for the company I worked for, and I continued to work for them for about a year as my authority matured. I started out with box trucks, and I started out with like 5, and I grew to about 9. And then I slowly transitioned over to tractors, and I started out with 1 in September, and now I'm up to 6.
Man, that's not bad, man. That's not bad. So, during the transition of you getting your you getting everything together to make the company what it is today, what route did you take to get Elmway God damn it, man. Elmway.
Well, like I said, people don't understand the business. It's easy to start a business. It's easy to start and get a authority, but you're only going to get good work on the maturity of your business. I was able, because I had a good network of friends that I met over the years, contractors that I met, vendors, and everybody that I met over the years of trucking. That's why I started with box trucks, because I knew that I can get permanent, steady work with those while my authority was maturing. And as my authority matured, now I can move over to heavier equipment, and my company has been in business for a while. Work is easier to get. Okay. Loads are easier to get. I don't have to go through all these different load boards and things like that. I can just make calls now.
Okay, that's what's up. And this is some of these potential drivers are looking for. They're looking for a company that they can get the work when the work is there.
We always had work. I mean, I got 3 trucks sitting now because I don't have drivers. I don't have good quality drivers. I've had drivers And I work with anybody, and I've mentored to drivers and all, but it's the work ethic, and I kind of blame the schools.
Mm.
They don't teach these guys enough of the business for them to come out a little bit humble, to come out of school being humble instead of entitled.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Just because you have a CDL don't mean you're going to make it in this industry, because you have to have a sense of humility to be able to, one, listen and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, just because just because you got that license, you don't have a, what is it, the golden ticket to Willy Wonka.
Gotcha.
And I'm not the only one coming through this. A lot of other companies are experiencing this. I've networked with a lot of companies, and I know plenty of people that the trucks are just sitting because we cannot find the qualified drivers. And then now you got all this FMCSA stuff that they coming into play, where they really scrutinizing drivers, which I don't blame them. But like I said, you have these schools just pushing out bodies.
So what about, so coming to your company? I call you up. Are you the person that we talk to, or do you have like a recruiter, or what's
No, it'll be me or my assistant.
okay?
And for the most part, I would prefer it to be me, because you're going to get the person. You're not going to get a bunch of layers before you can really hear what you need to hear. You're going to hear it directly. You're going to have the support you need. I'll be there if I have to come get in the truck with you, just to show you things and teach you things. That's what I want to do, because I've been on that side of the driver who's been treated bad by the company. And I took a vow within myself that I would never treat anyone like that. I'm going to treat you like, one, you are a man or woman, you're adult. So I'm going to give you that respect. As far as the company, with my brand means everything to me. So I'm going to, of course, teach you how we do things. And, you may have we're always open to learn. You may learn some things that I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
because the industry has changed from when I was out there on the road. It's changed a lot.
Yeah, it definitely changed from where it was to where it is now. All right, so we talked to you on the phone. Is it the normal? Is it the normal brass tacks? What are you looking for in a driver?
I'm looking for someone who is interested, because I teach entrepreneurship. I don't just offer you a job. I'm going to teach you entrepreneurship. I'm going to teach you, hey, you gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta take your lumps, and this is the best way that I know to teach you that, and give you that opportunity to, one, be out there on the road, and offer you a platform to learn, not to just work for somebody else, but to be your own boss. You don't have to be your own boss in the trucking. Like I said, I've had an engineering company for years, and I felt, like I said, trucking found me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've distanced myself from becoming a driver to now becoming an owner. And as an owner, especially a minority owner, black owner, yes, I'm going to teach entrepreneurship, because it's a lot out here for everyone to eat.
Okay.
We don't need to be trying to be in competition with everything, because it's so much out here. We need to teach each other instead of trying to be in competition, because
It's
your brand is going to speak for yourself.
being in competition, being a minority in the trucking industry, with so many guys out here that's calling themselves doing the same thing. Uh, how hard is it to try to get qualified drivers?
It's very hard, because you have so many drivers who've been burnt, uh, not getting paid, putting equipment that shouldn't even be on the road.
Yeah, 2
And
million
it's
mile
just kind of
truck.
it's taken away from them where they're just in it for the minute. They just, a lot of them guys are just, some of them are forced to by their women. Some don't want to leave their women. They're not, they got demoralized by being with a bad owner operator.
Mm.
It took away from that hunger. It just like, well, this is the game. And that's why they go from place to place to place. They don't have any type of commitment because no one made a commitment to them.
Mm. So do you do it like how's your orientation style, bro? So I get you on the
My
phone, I talk you
orientation
up.
style, depending on who I'm with, if I got 2 or 3 people, I'll sit you down just like this. We'll go to lunch, and I'll tell you what it is, what I need from you, what I need, what I expect, and then I'll ask you, what are your needs? And I would prefer people to come with a pencil and paper, because we can say all this stuff, but once you get behind the wheel, it goes in one ear out the other. You're gonna do what you want to do.
Exactly. All right. So as far as paperwork, of course they need, guys need to bring their social. They need to bring theirs, of course, their DOT. When they get with you, do you, as far as DOT goes, do you prefer them to get their own DOT, or would you handle the DOT?
I'll get their DOT if they have a new one. Of course, I'll take it. But if it's something where it's about to go out in 4 or 5 months, I'll just send you get another one.
All right. What about pre-employment screening? What do you prefer?
I'm with I'm in the clearinghouse, so we do have a drug and alcohol program and the pre-employment drug screening that we have to do. Then that's basically for the insurance policy.
All right. Now
background,
mm-hmm.
I help out with background. Just keep it real. A lot of drivers just don't have the cleanest black background and I'm cool with that. We work with that. I just, certain things you just couldn't pull. I couldn't put you on certain contracts, but I'll make sure you're working.
Okay. So in other words, if a brother has some skirmishes from say like a major carrier that puts some skirmishes on their deal on their DAT report, you'll bypass that if it's feasible.
If the vibe is right. If we're vibing right, and because a lot of times people, they don't know, a lot of these drivers don't even know about that.
Exactly.
They abandon the truck because they get upset and they don't realize now this person go on your report. Now you pretty much blackballed, and you wondering why you can't find a job, and nobody's going to tell you that. They just going to look at that report like you abandoned truck. They don't know the whole reason. There's always 2 sides to a story.
Okay. Now, see, explain. It's now, you've been in the game 20 years. You got some experience. You know what I'm saying? Explain to the people how important to grabbing that DAC report and going over it after you leave a company.
Well, it lets you know where you are, because the bottom line, you're going to be judged on that report. People that pull it, you're going to be judged on that report. And I know it's upsetting when you work 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and the owner didn't pay you. Now you out stuck in nowhere man's land. You don't have any money. You get upset and you call somebody to come get you and just leave the truck. Just be about your word. Even that, just make a call. Hey, is there a way I can drop this truck? This is not working for me.
Where you want your keys at?
Yeah, where you want your keys at. Because as an owner operator, not that I would put somebody in that position, but I've had it done to me. I've had a driver just quit because they couldn't do the backing moves, and she had a meltdown. It was female. I'm sorry, it was female. She had a meltdown, and she just left the truck.
How now you being the independent owner operator of 5 trucks, how does that affect you when the driver does that?
it affects me immediately because one, that truck is not moving, making money. Two, if I'm on a truck, now I gotta risk that truck getting towed because I can't get to it. I can't send nobody to get to it immediately. So now I'm looking at $1,200 towing. Might take me 2 days to get out there. They charge you $300 a day till you come get it. And God forbid you leave it in construction zone, you might have to find it. Then you got other fines and things like that. It's an unnecessary expense.
Now, unfortunately, you don't know that. Like when you're looking for drivers right now, unfortunately, you don't know that until they actually do it to you. So, what are you doing to tighten up a little bit to find these qualified drivers out here?
Well, you start out with the little Craigslist, Indeed, all the job boards and things like that. But I've learned that I try to sponsor people like yourself and all that because a lot of you guys can reach places that ZipRecruiter can't. Everybody don't even look at ZipRecruiter. They look at,
YouTube,
Instagram, podcasts and things like that. And, it's so that's a little bit more appealing. Hey, okay, I'm listening to this. Oh, they looking for drivers. Oh, let me reach out. They wouldn't have looked at Craigslist enough because by the time if they got any downtime, they sleep because they're tired. So they're not going to look at nothing like that. They might, you might find someone who's tired and tired of where they at, and they tend to look at ZipRecruiter or whatever. But I've learned, I've spent so much money in those job boards, they don't work at all. I don't think I've ever hired anybody from them. A lot of people that I have hired is from referrals.
Okay.
Or just, hey, somebody looking for a job. Hey, my boss is hiring. Right? That's how I got most of them. I mean, I used to go to the schools, but you got the bigger companies
that doing the same thing.
Yeah, and like I said, these guys get with these bigger companies. The schools don't teach them the business. The bigger companies just take advantage of them. So now they spurn. They don't even really want to do this anymore. Then you get with a bad owner operator. He spurned them for some money, and it's just
it's just a negative cycle over and over and over.
And that's what's happening. That's why you don't have the quality drivers.
Okay.
Because so many have been burnt on both ends. When you got a recruiter coming into school, oh, you get your CDLs, you're going to make this amount of money every week. But they don't tell them, well, you didn't secure your load, so I got to reject this load. I'm going to take that out your pay.
Yep.
And you've been on the road for 3 weeks. You expecting this big check. They don't tell you about the deductions to it happening.
That's the problem. That's the problem with some of these mega carriers. Like when I came into the game, they told me that I was going to get my sign-on bonus. I was like, yeah, but she neglected to say that the sign-on bonus is not a sign-on bonus. You get a bonus that pays out every month. And I'm like, oh, I don't get it right then and there. Why they didn't tell me that? There's something that they neglect to tell you.
That's how we're going to get you in the door. And you can't do anything about it because you're already in.
So would you being an independent contractor of yourself, how and you've been 20-year driver, so what they inspect of the potential driver. So how do your dispatch go? Do you dispatch them out, or do you have outside company dispatching? How do your dispatch go?
A little bit of both, but like I said, I get calls. People call me for loads that I've networked with over the 20 years of driving. I get calls all the time. Hey, I'm offering to you first before I put this on load board. You got capacity for it. And I pretty much keep my drivers busy. They get a schedule on Friday, what they doing next week.
Okay, that's what's up. So are you looking? Are you doing 1099? Well, I'm assuming you doing 1099, but are
Yeah,
you
I do
doing?
1099. I did the W-2 for the and end up having to, like I said, I'm a small company. And the way W-2 set up for small companies, you end up paying taxes on it twice.
Mm,
So it's easier for us to do 1099s. And like I said, I don't just give them a 1099. I teach them, you're responsible for your own taxes. So this is where some discipline is going to come in.
mm-hmm,
Same as when I buy a truck, I have to factor in truck costs, insurance, maintenance costs, fuel.
mm,
And I have to put them in that category, and I have to put money aside in each category.
mm-hmm.
And I tell these guys with your 1099, put some money to the side. If you have to create a little account and you got to put $50 a week in it, that's your tax money, because Uncle Sam going to get his come
Off the rip,
how.
off the rip. No matter how you look at it, Sam is going to come for it.
Yeah,
Period.
he's going to come for it.
And if
And that's one thing that I
he
tell
don't
him.
get it, he gonna sick his dolls on you. And you don't want them
Oh yeah,
dolls. You don't want them dolls in the black suits to come.
no.
Yeah, we got to do an audit.
Yeah, well they
Yeah,
turn you upside down, shake you like this, shake all the change
yeah,
out your pocket.
yeah. You'll be looking like Rocky. That when they come up in that house and sell everything. Had his son sitting on that motorcycle, and the movers came over there and picked his little ass up. His son like, they can't take my bike, Dad.
No, they're gonna take the bike, the chain.
I'm sorry. They're gonna have to take the bike and the house, and we're gonna have to move back to Philly and in Uncle Paulie's house. Oh man, yeah, that's what them dogs do. So yeah, you better have that money. You better have that money together, man. So hey, so 1099. Now this is 1099 as a company driver. They're not leasing your trucks, are they?
No.
Oh, okay. So this is 1099 as a company driver. So of course everything else, as far as like benefits, healthcare, and all that other good stuff. Unfortunately, you got it.
Oh yeah, we have an Elmway
Oh, okay.
Financial Services.
Okay. Okay.
Where we offer the insurance, we offer 401k,
Okay.
and we have our own in-house thing when it comes to insurance and things like that.
Okay, my G. So we looking for the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about other things like breakdown pay, detention pay, layover?
We offer detention pay. We breakdown. We have spare trucks that we have 2 spare trucks that we use for breakdown. So if you break down, I'm going to probably get in the truck and come out there and give you that truck. So you're not going to be down for long.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. What about? All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. What you starting us as, percentage or CPM?
I try to charge a percentage because my trucks are going to make the revenue. We have the work. So I start out at 25%. But if you got experience, I'll work you in at 30 and go from there. And we look at it again in 30 days, no issues, anything like that. We can bump it up 2 or 3 more percent.
Okay. So we looking at what are we averaging a week?
We averaging between 1,200 to 1,800 a week.
Okay.
And all my freight is no touch freight.
Oh, okay. But this is all live. Well, let me ask you this: are you power only? Are you power only, or you have your trailers as well?
We have trailers as well. Yeah.
Okay. And this is all live load?
Yes, live load and unload. Sometimes we have to leave a trailer. We do some power only. We're starting to get a lot of calls for it because people want to use their stuff. So I'm good with it.
So John, man, what are we hauling for you? What type of freight?
Just general freight. I have a thing with Pepsi, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not. But we do dog food for them, on a dedicated lane. I also have some military stuff because I'm out of North Carolina, so we have some military bases. We have a lot of stuff with some retail stores with the company that makes the self-checkout machines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we do a lot of stuff for them. I don't want to name the names.
What?
But it's in.
What about the all-important God, Amazon?
I've done Amazon.
Amazon. I wish I had to sound effect, but yeah, Amazon. Well, you know what? I might put that in post, but still,
I've done Amazon, and I may do it as a filler load here and there, but
talk to me about Amazon, man, because it seems as though Amazon is always the go-to freight for these new owner operators that's coming into play now. Like, you got, every time I look on social media and I see somebody that got their own authority, or they now own their trucks, later in that sentence is, I pull Amazon freight. Explain the Amazon to me, man, because I heard Amazon is easy to get, but it's hard to keep.
It's hard to keep because they go through logistics people like water. So one guy, and they go through compliance people as well. And they will change the rules as they go. So you think you're sitting pretty, next thing you know, hey, well, we didn't change this, so you don't have this, or you don't have this much equipment, so we have to take you off the platform.
Wow.
And people get, it's easy to really get used to it. It's like a titty. You just
it's the size that matters. Some like handfuls, some like the big G's. You know what I'm saying? Wow, man! But
so
like I said,
it's not a bad thing. I would never knock it because I still use it as well.
What about,
like I said?
What about other freight? What about Uber freight? Because back then, I say maybe about 3-4 years ago, before when Uber was just getting good. Now Uber is one of the logistics service that owner operators use now. Have you used Uber freight? What was your experience with them, if you have?
My experience with Uber freight, I don't like the way that they in your pocket. Yeah, they go pretty deep in your pocket. So that's my only issue with them. Some of them have good loads, but you better weigh your truck. You have to have a driver with experience that knows how to read a BOL, understand what you got on your truck, better be what's on that paper. Because with a lot of these companies, hey, I want to move this, but I ain't trying to pay this, so I'm gonna stick it in the middle. He ain't gonna look. Then you get DOT, you jammed up.
Okay. Now, being that you're out of North Carolina, right? This let me make sure. Let me make sure I get that address up here. You're where is the address, bro? I'm looking on your Facebook. Hold on, let me bring your Facebook back up so you can see what I'm looking at. But what is the address?
We are Durham, North Carolina. It's 614 Mimosa Street, Durham, North Carolina. Okay. 27703. And my assistant is out of Charlotte, so she handles most of my HR stuff, and she puts that stuff up there. So.
Okay. So right here, your onboarding requirements is, of course, a Class A, 1 year experience. I see a lot of companies, they started off at with 3 years experience, then they had to drop it down to 2 years experience, and now you doing 1 year experience. What would be the difference in the quality of drivers between those experience
in
levels?
in this new era, it's really not, because a lot of people that are getting CDLs have people who will switch careers, so they have that focus, because driving the truck is all about focus and confidence. You know, and once you learn the basic stuff of it, you got to have the confidence to stay in the truck and drive it, maneuver it around, and you just have to have the focus of your surroundings. This bridge says 12 something, my truck is 13. That's not going to happen. So the people, like I said, you have career-minded people that are getting CDLs, so that experience would be more of just somebody who has no kind of life experience getting a CDL compared to somebody with life experience getting a CDL. So that's where that breakdown comes in for me.
Okay. Now let's continue on, man. You looking for a driver that got a clean driving record and no felonies for the past 7 years and no misdemeanors in the last 3 years. Felony is a big thing too, because you got a lot of guys that's coming out of the pen that got their CDLs while they're inside the the pen.
And I work with it. That's just kind of something we had to put up for the insurance. But I work with people. If you just came home and you humbled yourself enough that hey, I made my mistake, and because you paid your debt to society. I don't like that they put that stigma on people. When you pay your debt, you should be clear. You should be good with the house again, as they say in the Green Mile. Okay. So, to have that stigma put on you, a convicted felon. Well, I was, but I paid my debt. So, that bothers me. So I work with people.
Now it's kind of now before we continue on right quick, John. I know a lot of I talk to a lot of successful felons. Shout out to 18 Willing, shout out to Youngblood, and they came out. They was in there for like minor stuff. It wasn't nothing major or anything like that. But when you got these hardcore type of guys that's coming out. And you give them a chance, sometimes that mentality is still there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is, and that's where I differ, because I'm going to be on a level. I'm going to treat them with respect. A lot of people treat them like I'm your last hope.
Western
do as I
Express.
say, but no, you've done your time. We getting you back into this. Now it's gonna be on you whether you want to do it or not, but I'm here for you.
Okay, that's what's up. Let's continue on what you're looking for. You say you're a welcoming workplace. Of course you're gonna know your drivers by name. You don't have that. You don't want to consider them as a number. Dependable home time. Now, can they take your trucks home, or how did that work? Or let me rephrase that. What's your hire area? I guess that's what I should have asked you, because you're out of North Carolina.
Pretty much is from Maryland on down to Georgia.
Okay.
And yeah, you can take the truck. I don't have a problem taking the truck home. It's the people that's local in the area that, because most times you're going to be off on the weekends, and I do have part-time people as well that will work the weekends. So if you're local, I prefer you. That's why we have a lot now, and you'll bring the truck home. But if you live in Maryland or you live in Georgia or something, of course you take the truck. You can take the truck home.
Okay. So you don't mind widening the net looking for drivers. Like if a driver is up in Ohio.
Yeah, that helps me out.
Oh, okay. Now let's get the other, the brass tacks. you know, how would they come down to you? Would you bring them down, or would they have to find their way
I
down?
fly them down. It depends on them. If they bring in their stuff, we can work out a one-way rental somewhere. But for the most part, I'll give them a plane ticket and bring them in.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, as far as home time, what do you require out of home time? Now, let me now. Here's the thing that I have with recruiters. All right. Here's the thing that I have with recruiters. Now, when a recruiter tells me, and this is what you guys gotta pay attention to the wording. All right. Not just listen, but you gotta pay attention to the wording. When a recruiter tells me that you're home weekly, that does not necessarily mean that you're home on the weekend. You see what I'm saying? I personally had to learn that the hard way. So your home weekly could be anywhere between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's not Monday through Friday and you off the weekend. You see what I'm saying? So, but you guys got to pay attention to that, because recruiters like to say home weekly, not home weekends. So that's where you got to pretty much put it in clarification. So, brother man, off a full 2 days on the weekend, or home weekly with 34?
This is what I do. Your 34-hour reset is going to always be in your home and at your house.
Mm-hmm.
I try to work it that people leave out on Sunday and get back early Friday, and your 34-hour reset is at home. That's why I do the dispatching myself, because I try to find, yeah. So with the 34-hour reset, I would prefer you be at home. You don't need to be sleeping in no truck for 34 hours until you reset to go back out and stuff like that. Because home time, being at home, whether you have a family or not or whatever, it's important. Because you get burnt out here. You get burnt out being on this road and stuff. You burn yourself out. And I feel like, we all, as responsible adults, we got to work 5-6 days a week, whether we like it or not. But when you have your reset time is your home time. That's when you're home.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right. Again, we could definitely take the trucks home. So what kind of equipment that you offering us, man?
All my stuff is 2016 to 2018 Freightliner Cascadias, and we have 2 Kenworths.
All right. I'm not getting in a 2 million mile truck, am I?
No.
Oh, okay.
And everything is under 500,000 miles, and we do PM. We on scheduled PMs. You're not gonna pull the oil stick out and molasses come out. You ain't no duct tape or nothing.
All right. So if I get, when drivers, let's say you bring them on and they doing the damn thing for you, man. But the truck, of course, trucks do break down. So when they do break down, are we able to get a hold of you, to let you know the truck break down, and how soon,
20,
how soon?
7.
Oh, 24?
Well, as soon as you call me, you're gonna get me, or you're gonna get somebody. And just let us know where you at. Send somebody out. They get it fixed. We'll try to, if you're close enough, we'll get you another truck. We do have contracts with Penske and Ryder, so if they have something available, we'll get you in one of those.
Okay, that's what's up. What about now? Let me ask you this. Now, you're your own owner operator, but you're also a company man too. So of course you want to make sure that your equipment is on point, as well as the driver is on point. So as far as driver safety, all right. Now we know major carriers don't allow personal protection on them, but being that you your own owner operation, would you let that potential driver keep his personal protection on him, or what do you require?
If he's licensed to do so, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
But you got to understand, some of the places we go, they will do an inspection.
Okay.
So, they will
Especially,
come
yeah,
in the
because
truck.
you won't be able to. Oh, yeah, that's right. You said you got government contracts. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
So like if we go to the military base or we go to the prison, you might have to drop that off on the road somewhere.
or put it in a box and don't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Out of
Yeah,
sight,
yeah,
out of sight, out of mind. That I think that's another issue that I have with some of these new jacks that's on this social media. Especially when they talk about protecting themselves. They like to show
I
pictures
mean,
of their.
protect yourself, locking the door, man. And these guys, I've seen it on. They pulling out. Oh, I wish somebody would. I got this. I got that.
Right,
And
right.
you said you don't know who monitor these pages, man. You get pulled over. Oh, we think, they. Hey, where's that?
Eh,
Where's that?
Exactly.
You ain't got no license for it. You probably a felon. Now you jammed up.
Mm,
Now I
mm,
got to come
mm,
get my truck.
mm. And now your truck is stuck out there because yeah,
Because you
you
want
got,
to showboat. It
yeah.
ain't for show. I'm old school, so if
I,
you got it, the day you pull it, you better use it.
use it. Hip. Thank you. These boys,
Yeah.
they
Don't
young.
don't
They
don't
young,
show it,
man.
because one, you set yourself up, because you don't know. Like I said, you don't know who watching. You could either they watching to rob you for it, or the man watching you take it from you. So
Now
just be thorough about yourself, and if it happens and you got to pull it out, you better be prepared to use it.
Robert, Robertson. God damn it. See what I'm saying?
JR, just call me JR. Most people
Jay,
just call me
thank you,
JR.
JR. There we go. There we go. Listen here, man. I know it's being a minority owner operator, especially in the trucking field. I know it's tough out there for you, and you just went through a situation with a young lady. I know another owner operator. He has a YouTube channel, and he has his own fleet, and he felt that he tried to give opportunities for for people like us. You know what I'm saying? But he feels that people like us is the worst. Is the worst. Like, for example, somebody comes up to him like, look, man, help me out. I got my CDLs. I just need a chance. Yada yada yada. Then you get them in the truck. And then all of a sudden, they don't like what you do or how you do it, or they don't like the program. They don't like how they get paid. And then they just tear up your truck, man. You know
Let me
what
say this, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to go ahead and go there. We are our worst problem in this country. Now, we would go work for a bigger company knowing you're going to make less money, but we don't support each other. Now, you come work for me, you're going to count my pocket.
Say it again,
You know,
bro. Say it again.
you
What? Say it. Well,
don't
say it. No. Say it again, bro, so people can understand what you guys go through.
then when you come to work for me, the first thing they looking at is what you driving, and they in your pocket. Well, if we made this for the load, man, you don't understand. You ain't paying insurance, you ain't paying truck payment, you ain't paying maintenance, you ain't paying salaries, you ain't paying fuel, you ain't paying fuel tax, you ain't paying to have a license, you ain't paying FMCSA to keep your registration, you ain't you ain't doing, and they do not understand it, but they will not go to a white man and say that. And that's the one thing that burned me up, because you would go work for a bigger company knowing they ain't paying you what you worth, and you'll kill yourself for them. But then your own brother, yeah, and you had the same opportunity, whatever, but you didn't do that. But you got a license, and instead of you looking at, let me help my brother out and put that same energy that I'm putting into this other man to make him successful, and let me humble myself, maybe I can learn something in the process. But you driving this, why I can't drive that? Well, you ain't looking at how long I had to do. You ain't looking at them days that I couldn't eat because I had to make sure this fleet was running and them animal crackers and potted meat got good.
Ramen noodles. Ramen noodles. You feel me?
We are our own worst enemy. And then every time we try to give some, I've had it happen to me too. Yeah, I'm giving this brother a chance. Oh, I should be this, I should be that. Humble yourself. And we have, and it's a lot of reasons why, we can go into whole different subjects and stuff. But as a driver, you are a driver. Shut the fuck up and drive. That's the only thing I could really tell you, but if you got a person that's willing to teach you, humble yourself. Don't worry about that. All that stuff is going to come. It's going to come when it's supposed to. If you put the work in, hell, I didn't make stuff overnight. I drive a nice car because I got in the trucking and stuff and all that. It takes time.
How long now? You just started. You just started Elmway, 28. Let me see here. 20. Oops, there we go.
2018.
2018. Of course, with the purpose of providing safe and reliable transportation. But before 2018, what did you have to go? Before we get on up out of here, and I appreciate you being here, giving us the time. But what did you, before 2018, man? What did you have to go through in order to get the authority, the finances for the trucks? Give us a little background on how you grind to get where you at right now, so that these potential drivers would understand.
It's no cookie cutter to it. I pulled out my 401k. Like I said, that's the thing of people don't understand in longevity. If you are going to work for somebody, stay at one place. Because when you can pull a 401k out and you ain't got to really worry about a lot of that stuff. Only thing I had to worry about was paying my fees. And then when I started getting the trucks, hey, I paid my bills, so my credit was good, so it wasn't an issue of getting trucks. But people don't understand there's a lot of fees associated with getting the authority, and it's not an overnight thing. You sitting on paying your insurance for a month, 2 months before you can even get your authority. That's $5,000 to get it started, just about. Now you're paying about $2-3 a month, and you're not bringing anything in because you don't have authority. Your authority is not active, so you don't have the authority to bring anything in. Yeah, you could run under somebody, but they may have you put on a whole year lease. Next thing you know, your authority coming out. Now you just sitting on authority because you in the lease with somebody and your equipment is tied up. So understand and humble yourself to learn the business. It does not hurt your pride or anything to work for somebody and learn something from it. See, we get to a point, like I said, and I blame the schools. The schools tell these people you're going to make all this money. They only doing that to fill seats. That's how they make their money. Mm-hmm. The big companies grab people. Oh, they got money to advertise. We're going to give you a $10,000 sign-on bonus, but they don't tell you what you got to go through to get it. And most likely you never get it because there's so many deductions working for these big companies. Hell, you bring a load in, and like I said, it get rejected. Who you think gonna eat that load?
The company.
And they don't tell them that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. JR, man, thank you very much for coming on and sharing your experience and promoting Elmway Transport and Logistics out of North Carolina. If you guys want to apply more to find out more information about this young man's company, he's a young company, he's an up and coming company. He's trying to get it together and trying to make sure that everybody eats. You can go to his Facebook page, which is, let me see if I can go back, which is Elmway Transportation and Logistics. Just type it into the search, and you'll be able to click on the apply here, and then click on that apply, and all the information that you need. My internet is running slow. There we go. All the information that you need will pop up in here. You might have to change a little bit because not all this is stuff is true for me anymore. But yeah, you just type it in there. He'll get it. What you'll do once you get all that information in,
once I get all the information and I can clear you with my insurance, then you'll just go through the personal onboarding with me.
All right. JR from Elmway Transportation, everybody. Bro, anytime you want to come on and promote, or just want to come and chop it up about the industry, or you got the 20 years, man. So I might call on you to come on and do a panel with me, for guys that's thinking about coming into this industry. With that said, what kind of advice, or what do you think these new jats need to know before coming into the industry?
Get your code book and read it and learn your codes, because FMCSA is no joke. Learn your hours of service. Really know what it means, because FMCSA is no joke.
You say no
Once
joke.
you learn the rules of the game, and they the Uncle Sam of trucking industry. So
That's what's up. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for the Lockoutmen podcast show. Thank you very much to my special guest today, Elmway Transportation and Logistics, my man JR. Thank you. I do appreciate you, my brother. If you guys is interested in content like this and more, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. But don't forget to like. That's all. Somebody else out there might be looking for a trucking company of JR status right here. Help push the video out there so people can see it. You know what I'm saying? JR, stay on right quick. We about to go ahead and end this. Again, if you guys want to come on to the show, or anybody that want to come on to the show, if you got anything to promote or anything like that, or you just want to come and chop it up with me, by all means, hit me up in the DM over at Instagram. That's Lockoutmen. Or hit me up in the Gmail. That's lockoutmenpodcast@gmail.com. We'll chop it up, and then I'll get you on, and we'll have a good time doing it. Until next time, everybody, we are gone.
This your year, get it in. Party over here, get it in. She like a liquor clear, get it in. She get it from a deal, get it in. Make it disappear, get it in. Park it in the rear, get it in. Now make it reappear, get it in. Freak it with no fear, get it in. Pop it in the clutch, girl, get it in gear. Jump on it, double dutch, girl, get it in gear. Drop it, double clutch, girl, get it in gear. Pump it up, butt lift, now downshift.